Morning, everyone. Morning, everyone. Fucking hell, first thing I see is bone flips and full pull. Fucking hell, some things never do change. Yeah, let me know what pairs we're looking at, boys. I'm just sending the announcement now. Oh, I really wanna know. What do you mean? Right, yeah, let me send the announcement in. What am I even doing? Yeah, let me know what pairs we're looking at, what we're trying to trade, boys. It's gonna be a good stream today. Jumped on a bit later, just like yesterday. So the market should be nice. Nice for the whole time we're on live. I didn't want to jump on live and it just be bullshit for the first hour. So here we are, chat. I'm gonna go live on TikTok as well now. Tiki Toki chat. On the Tiki Toki. Boom. Alright, we're in. Sort it out. Yeah, this is bullshit. Morning, boys. Morning. Oh, did I even send this to the right channel, for God's sake? Yeah. Sweet. Fuck's sake. Alright, what we saying? Morning, everyone. Let's let some man get into YouTube. How we doing? Pyro, too late for live, bro. Like, what the fuck do you want me to do, mate? Every fucking day I come live. Literally every fucking day. The best way to do it is just go for when the markets are looking good. There's no point me jumping on, like, at 7 o'clock and just fucking... Like, realistically, we've had 2 hours of price action and nothing's really happened. Only now the market's actually starting to move. We've swept a high, starting to get some movement. Plus, mate, we've been in the pre-London as well, so that's another reason. So we have been live this whole time. Can't lie. Morning, Jed. Morning, Jacob. Jesse, what you saying? Tommy, Smithy, Ruben, what we saying? Born Flips, Mez, Vigok, Jed, what we saying? El Slapo, T1. Wanted E to complete that bearish 4-hour CRT before the buys. Yeah, man, that's exactly what I wanted as well. Exactly what I wanted. I low-key want us to come back up for that next sweep. I would want that to happen. We are bearish now. We are bearish on the dollar. Well, I am. I mean, yeah, we filled this this little hourly gap here. But you can see EU's just about wicked into the premium. GU's actually in the premium in the range now. So GU's obviously actually does look alright for sales, but I'm not really looking at sales this morning. More looking at buys. So yeah, man, EU buys back up to the top. Back up to that older block is the main thing we're looking at. Morning everyone on TikTok. I'm in a GBP NZD long. Fair play, bro. Was that ALG? Was it MS? Slappy, you got hello unlucky with that silver trade. Yeah, that was unlucky from Slap. I'm assuming you bought 3HS. Come on, 3HS. Morning, Sam. T1 for real, bro. PU manipulation. You'll get them next time, trust me. Morning, Michael. Morning, Slap. Morning, Pyro. Bro, where is it? Morning, Humphrey. What you saying? Ron, what you saying? Forex has not been moving nice. Yeah, it hasn't been the nicest, Dean. I will agree with that. Does EU have any order blocks / breaker blocks at ATM on a 5-minute time frame? Yeah, bro. Yo, how are you guys? How you doing, Nolan? How you doing, Jerome? I also thought that was rude AF. Yeah, trust Michael. What are you saying to here? What are you saying, Kevin? MS? James? Morning, everyone. If you're in here, say morning. Let me know you're here. 80 man on the YouTube right now. 20 man on the TikTok. Let's try and run this up to 100. Let's get 100 man in this YouTube ASAP. Alright, yeah, let me know what pairs we're looking at. Most people I'm hearing are looking at EU buys. So we may as well do a quick top down of EU. Just quickly. We won't waste the whole time doing it. Just a quick 30-second breakdown. So basically we have this monthly CRT where we've got this candle's high swept. So we've got accumulation candle, manipulation candle. So this one should be the distribution candle. We should now trade down into this candle's low, as you can see. So that's the main target on the higher time frame. When we're looking on the weekly time frame, again, this is just a monthly sweep. We're not really getting much on this current week. As you can see, we didn't sweep the last week's low, so we're just sort of chilling right now. And then in terms of daily time frame, you can see, so we've already started this sort of move from that manipulation down, right, with lower lows and lower highs. So our current range is from here to here. And this is obviously the 50%. So we want to wait until we're in the premium, and then we're going to look for sells down to this low and then eventually down to that low. So that's the main thing right now. We are bearish on the higher time frame, but we want to wait until we get to a decent point. Obviously, being that older block on the daily, and on the 4 hour, yeah, there's really not too much to add, to be honest. So that's really that. Looking at this, we can see that we filled the 4 hour imbalance, and the 1 hour that was looking at last night wasn't actually tapped into. So again, I'm going to go back, and we're just still yeah. So 4 hour there, but it'll be real. It is basically the same as the 30 minute. It's literally the same. So yeah, annoying we didn't sweep the low though. That's the only thing. Morning T. Morning blue suit. Is it just me or is the volume super low? Yeah, I can't lie. That should just. I think that is just you. Wait, hold up. Yeah, no, that is just you, bro. It shouldn't be low. Maybe I'm speaking quiet, but yeah. Morning T. Morning blue 10. What you saying, bro? Bigfoot V Gok. This guy again with the Japanese writing, or was that someone different? I know that was the same guy. I remember how you say his name. The Aventus badge, a square and a slingshot and a full stop. Dub mans. Anyway, right. So let's. Basically, the main pair that we're looking at is EU. Not really ideal on EU is the fact that the Euro GBP is so bearish. I mean, to be fair, the pair's been moving exactly how we wanted it. Also got CRT low here, so the general trend of the euro against the pound is that the pound will gain strength against the euro. You can see that fair value gap getting completely disrespected there. Yeah, man, GU's actually already tapped into this order block, so GU could could be good for sells, but it's really the only pair that's actually at its order block. Taking the Asia high, as you can see. Appreciate the likes, Blue. Please do top down analysis for GU. GU really is the exact same, boys. Exact same shit. We're not really seeing anything different or crazily different on GU. Again, on the monthly, we've got candle 1, candle 2, manipulated it, and candle 3 should trade down now to that candle's low. So that's what we're really in the midst of doing. On the weekly time frame, again, you can see differences between all the pairs and GU. Is GU swept the prior week low, which tells us that this prior week high should be ran through. So yeah, I can definitely see reasons to come above this particular order block for GU that we're in now. So yeah, bear that in mind, boys. The time-based are really, really important. As you can see, EU, this is why I've got that low marked out. EU low, you can see wasn't taken, versus GU, we did have the sweep and it was taken. So GU could come a bit higher, but with that being said, in the weekly, again, we're making, since sweeping that high and obviously filling our imbalance, we're making lower lows, lower highs. All right, and this is where we are now. So either two things happen here. We either fill this and move down, or we're clearly searching for higher POIs. So we move up, complete this weekly CRT, tap into this unmitigated fair value gap up here, and then sell off. Right, so that's probably what's going to happen, to be fair. So I wouldn't be too busy spamming shorts right now. 98 man on the YouTube, boys. Let's get a couple more man in here. 22 man on the Tiki. What are we saying? Morning, David. Morning, Mehmet. How you doing? Is that Kevin, or is that a new name, Kevin? 105 in here right now. Appreciate the gift user. That's a 30 profile picture as well. Bro, let's see that profile picture. That's how I used to feel when I used to leave my 9 to 5 at lunch and just walk for an hour in circles planning how to pass a funded account. That was how I'd feel. Fag in mouth, just up and down, up and down, up and down. Morning trap, what you saying, bro? Wanted you to take the 4-hour CRT low before buys. Same, yeah, exact same as me, bro. I did want us to come into this hourly fair value gap just below. If you see here, we've got this nice, real nice hourly fair value gap there, which I would have ideally had us tap into. Obviously, come below the Asia low, tap us in, and then we can get really nice buys in. But I'm not sure if that's going to happen. We'll wait and see. You see this equivalent fair value gap. So this was at 10 o'clock. You can see on GU, yeah, we also, 10 o'clock, or was it 8 o'clock? Am I bugging out? 8 o'clock, Jesus. So yeah, we missed it on GU as well. You can see we just about missed that fair value gap. And on the DXY, yeah, the DXY again, you can see we haven't tapped into it. So all of these pairs have a fair value gap above. So it is possible we go for one more sweep, chat. If we go for a sweep, it's probably going to be inducing a lot of people to actually go for the buy as well. Yeah, we'll see if we do get buys off here. That would be nice, I'll be real. It would be nice if we can have that that last little sweep and then the move. Same with EU. Because, I mean, as we said, EU's filled our 4-hour imbalance, but we haven't really taken what we wanted to take, which was the Asia low, first and foremost. So, yeah, breaking it down. You can see we are in this hourly fair value gap here. What did you do for 9 at 5, Lou? I was a quantity surveyor. It's how you feel 9GU is going to drop. Bro's got a premonition. Yeah, potentially, man. Potentially could drop on GU. We filled the 4-hour imbalance, which is nice. I'll be real. I'm going to mark these out with a line, though, because it's low-key gets annoying having to stare at a 4-hour fair value gap on the 15-minute chart all day. So, again, I'm going to mark it on. So, really, when we're looking at internal, external, if we just think of shit logically, we've got the low and we've got the high here. So The internal really is here. This is the only internal liquidity, unless we want to come all the way down here and then come higher. So we have filled pretty much the most optimal fair value gap right now. Nearly 30 man on this TikTok. Let's run up this TikTok. Let's run up these TikTok boys. What time frame do you use to mark everything? I'll start out on the weekly and monthly and day. Sorry, why did I say it like that? I'll start off on the monthly, weekly, daily. After that, I'll go on the 4 hour. After that, I'll go on the 30 minute, 15 minute, and 5 minute. Appreciate the gifts, Mikey, bro. Can you check UJ, Jim Bob Signal? Thanks for the warm invite. No worries, bro. Who's in the Discord? Who got notifications from Discord? Yeah, someone said, so this is our Signal group, boys. This is one of my traders, Jim Bob. He has just dropped in a UJ sell. How is it doing? I think it would have got cooked, I think. Oh, wait, no. Ignore me. So it's already after the sweep. Yeah, nice. Yeah, let's quickly, before we even look at that, let's look at the JPY. Does anyone trade? Let me know in the chat who trades JPY. Let me know, TikTok and YouTube, who trades JPY? Because recently I've been looking at it quite a lot. But if you, man, like, if no one actually looks at it, then, yeah, I'll put it in the back seat for a little bit. So let me know in the chat if you trade JPY or if you don't. Anyway, yeah, JPY's been a bit difficult to read, mainly because it's literally just been bodied with news. So this was obviously the interest rates. So yeah, JPY is really just recovering. We are bearish. The reason why it's been so mad is because they was finally talking about chilling out on interest rates, and they was finally talking about is that say JPY? This is just JPY on its own, bro. So we're just looking at the Japanese yen on its own. But yeah, so there was so yes, the yen basket, bro. JPY basket. If you want to find it on TradingView, it's like the DXY. But so if you're trading, sorry, what was I even saying? I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so we've just been hit by a load of news, so we're just in a recovery. Essentially, it was finally going to increase, and then they had this new election or whatever. I don't really know about the election, but essentially the person that won it showed clear intentions to cut the rates anyway. So I mean that's why we had that little push up and then that little absolute bodied, and then obviously we had the Trump tariff thing, which again didn't really help. Bro, was there need to type that in 5 different comments? I saw that come through in real time. YouTube, all I'm going to say is thank God you're watching on YouTube. You didn't have to witness that comment. Jesus. Jesus. Doesn't even have a profile picture or name for me to even comment on that. I've just really just got to take it, and haven't I suppose, which is pretty emasculating. But anyway. So yeah, we're basically still recovering. Fucking hell. Can I just get through JPY? Yeah, we're essentially recovering. We are still overall bearish. Essentially what it was is the woman who won the election is a Trumpite, an A-bite, whatever you want to call it, and she wants to cut interest rates. Add that with the Trump tariffs, which obviously he backed out of in the end, or did he back out? Did Xi Jinping back out? Did they just have a meeting and say, cool, we've already made our money, let's just forget about it now? I don't know. Either way, pretty mad. Let's have a look at Jim Bob's trade. Let's have a look at Jim Bob's trade. Right, so, okay, I do not want to do that. I just open my emails up. Alright, cool. Anyway, so let's have a look. So he sent it at 9:06 for a current entry. Fucking hell. go ahead and tell people. 906, which was where? Right, 906 is here. Wait, 905. Right, so that was your entry there. What have I just deleted, bro? Just deleted something. Okay, US 30. Baby, what you wishing for? Assume you had stop loss on the high, TP on the low. Alright, that's his trade. We'll see how it does. Based on what we're seeing, I think the dollar probably have a little bit more strength, a little tiny bit of strength. Yen basket probably gonna go down. So that tells me that UJ is really gonna be going to the upside, in my opinion. What guy's creasing out in the chat? Can't see the pair, bro. Let me have a look. Turn it on like that. Right, it says in the bottom right, you don't have the office anymore. Now, bro, we rent it by the day now. So we used to rent it monthly when we was just starting. But what's good is once you sign up for, or not sign up for, but once you pay your contract for like 12 months or something like that, whatever, 12 months, 18 months, can't actually remember what it is, but you get access to the Regis app, which is essentially like you can get access to all the Regis offices, and then you can just book them out by the day, week, month, whatever it is, anywhere in the world. So we could be in any corner of the world and rent the office by the day. So that's what we're building up to, man. Looks like he got in at 151,100. That is heavy if he did. Don't know how. Surely not. 151,500. He must have got filled. Stop loss is where? 294. Okay. Let's have a look at this one. Let me know, chat, if EU or GU starts moving again, and we'll have a look at it. We'll reassess. No worries, Camille. Is this? It says in the bottom right what pair it is. This is a UJ. If I missed any comments, boys, just tell me again. Tell them again. 95 man on YouTube, boys. Not gonna lie, if we don't hit 150 this live, then I don't know. There's not really anything I can do, to be fair, is there? Just please, guys, just hit the goal. I suppose that's all we can do. Alright, let's have a look then. Let's have a look. TP was 55.13. 55.13. Right, so it's like a 3 to 1. I can personally see this coming a bit higher. I don't really necessarily agree with what he's looking for. But that being said, if the DXY continues bearish, doesn't want to reverse, then you can't really complain. Let me just get rid of some of all the stuff just so we can really see what's going on. So yeah, it's annoying here we didn't get the sweep, but we did get a sweep below this. It just remains to be seen what else really there is to tap into. If we don't, like, if we want to... To be fair, you can live execution this UJ for a better price. I might even do that. Might even trust in Jim Bob, I can't lie. Should we just trust in Jim Bob? Should we Jim Bob strat? He is a good trader. Alright, if we come above... Jim Bob strat. You never travel out of the UK and think about moving? Yeah, bro, I lived in Thailand last year for like pretty much the whole year. About like 8 months, something like that. Hello, Vlad. How you doing, bro? But yeah, the thing is with living abroad, boys, it gets long. I'll be real. I'll just tell you straight. If you're our age, it gets long. If when you're 50 and that, it's all right because you don't want to talk to your family anyway. You don't want to talk to your friends. You want to chill out with a woman. Let's just be real and just chill out. When you're our age, boys, like you need human interaction to keep you sane and normal. Um, and that's what I found when I was in Thailand, man. It makes you go insane after a while. And it also makes you value. I'm not to get philosophical, but bro, if you man been following us when we was in Thailand, we're standing at the most bangingest gaff. Wow, I said it again. Most bangingest gaffs. Like it's just unreal. But you then it gets to a point and you're like, bro, I would do anything to just be at some shitty little pub where I live right now, rather than in this massive villa. Like you feel like you get more done. 100%, bro. It's easier to motivate yourself in the UK. It's so easy to do work in the UK. So easy. It's because you're cold. That's probably why we actually. That is genuinely why we probably did bear shit as a country. Like, check Jer 40. Everyone pray for EU to come down and take Asia low. Um. Oh shit! Wait. Well, I think I missed a few. Yeah. If I missed any comments, boy, just bang them in again. You guys on YouTube, I'll take miles off you for 2 secs. You go crazy. But yeah, appreciate all the follows, boys. But yeah, man. Yeah. So I had the office for about a year. Then we went to Thailand for about a year. And I've been back in the UK for about 6 months, something like that. Um, uh, bro, EK, what are you in? Or EK, you in cells? I think EK's in cells. Maybe what you wishing for. Maybe you should wish him more. Maybe the world is you in this trade? Nah, bro, this was a trade sent into our Signal group, bro. Can you explain your logic? Oh, wait, do you need a visa to go to Thailand for that long? And can you? Yeah, you don't need a visa. Oh, I mean, to stay for 8 months, you do. Yeah. But what I did, I think, well, they've changed it now. You used to get 90 days. Now I think it's 60 days. So you used to get 3 months anyway. Then you can extend it twice, which gets you to 5 months, and you can do a border crossing, which gets you another two, I think. So yeah, you can do 7 months. You got to pay every time, obviously, but I think you can do like 7 months, 7.5 months, it's something like that, before it gets a bit like ridiculous. Obviously, you can keep doing border runs, but it's just long. Oh, when I was doing the border run, I was sitting next to some French bro who reckons he's done it like 10 times. And he reckons one time he got turned down and had to get a train from Thailand to Paris. I fuck you, not a train the whole way, no plane at all, a train. Like God knows how he did it. I think he said it took him like 5 days, which is actually pretty quick. I captured a 4 hour on GU buys. Yeah, who's managed to get in on EU or GU, man? EU, I think we would have had a lot of dubs today if EU would have just swept that low. Baby, what you wishing for? Yeah, looking at the DXY again. Let me just turn off the Asia session real quick. Does look like we're continuing down. GU should continue up as well from here. Thoughts on EU and I live here for 5 years. I live here and got 5 years DTV. What's that, bro? Saturn visa. Thoughts on EU and GU? Yeah, we are bullish on EU and GU, bro. But realistically, EU, we filled our imbalance that we wanted us to fill, this 30-minute and this 4 hour here. But what we didn't do is sweep the Asia low. We was very close to taking it. So this is our liquidity here. And we look for that to get swept and then for price to rally up to the Asia high. So that would have been our trade. We would have been waiting for a 5-minute inversion. I can literally show you our exact trade, what it would have been. So let's just say that this candle swept the low. And I think everyone in the chat would know, man. Our strategy is super, super simple. Same shit every single day. Just trading time-based stuff. And that's the difference you see from us and any other streamer, boys. And my YouTube chat can vouch for this. We'll trade the same setup every single day and it'll be profitable. You have people come on here and they'll trade New York session one day, London session the next, order block strategy, then ICT, then we trade the same shit every single day. And essentially wait for our Asia low to be swept. We want to have some type of bias, but so our bias here is clearly bullish. Then we wait for the London session to open, take out the Asia high or low. You can see the Asia low is there, that green line. Let me make it a bit brighter for you. And then the high is here. So you want to wait for it to take out one of the two. Ideally, if we're looking at buys, we take out the low. Say we would have taken out the low, would have waited for our confirmation, which is either a change of character, fair value gap, or inversion fair value gap. And then you would have put your entry on the inversion. Don't even know if this would have tapped in, but this is what it would have been, so let's just see. Yeah, and you can see next candle would have tapped you in and run like that. And it's very simple. Wait for Asia low sweep, inversion fair value gap, stop loss on the low, TP on the Asia high. Very, very simple stuff. Very, very simple stuff. Obviously, we didn't pull the trigger on that because, as you can see, we came just short of that Asia low. Just about missed it, which is fine. Apparently, I can't go back anymore. But that's why we would ideally want it to come down for another sweep, just so we can take out that low. If we were able to go, look for an entry here, and then take that trade all the way up. If it did, that would be really nice, because the Asia session was quite big, 30 pips. GU, what's GU doing as well, man? We'll go on GU on the 1 minute. GU's just accumulating right now, literally just moving sideways. Shit's going to do this for ages, I can just tell. The current swing high is here, and the current swing low is here. So at least we can wait to see if there's a change of character or anything like that. Pretty big range though. It looks like it's about 7 pips. Fucking hell, more than that. 15 pips. So we can see GU's moving a lot more than any other pair. Again, we see this if we pull up EG. If I missed any comments, boys, just bang them in again. EU just go up to Asia high. EU just go up high. Trust. Fucking hell. EK, like, what is actually up with you, bro? This guy. I'm buying EU for 4 ball, this guy. Yeah, as I said, ideal move is $1 to move up one more time before them reversing, and not just reversing right now. Either way, if we move to the downside, we'll still be happy, because even if you don't catch the trade, as long as you catch a direction consistently, it's only a matter of time before you actually catch a trade. You jack your entry. Yeah, UJ is at this entry. Right, let's live execution this. Nah, this is not a, this is like, this is low-key a joke, chat, so like, don't. Jim Bob's entry is actually analysed. I've just pulled it up and just drawn on the 50%. Like, don't take this too much for gospel or anything. Yeah, don't like take it too seriously, chat. Jeez Louise. So what, you just wait for the price to tap in the high or the low and wait for a change of character. It's not just any high or low, bro. That's the thing. So a lot of people make that mistake. How do you know if this high is relevant, this high is relevant, this high is relevant? You don't really know, right? You don't have any real context until you turn on your sessions, and then you can see this is the range, this is the Asia high, so this is the high that matters. Let me find your proper examples. I can show you what you mean. Show you what I mean. Yeah, fucking hell. Alright, let me go on EU and GU, because these are our textbook pairs. So I'll show you what we mean by strat. So let's go back. Call it here. So how do you know what low to sweep? You wouldn't really know, right? A lot of people would say, some people maybe would wait for a sweep of this low and then look for a buy. Some people may wait for a sweep of this previous one and they're already ready to go for a buy. Some people might wait for a sweep of this accumulation, what they're taught is accumulation. Other people would have waited for this one on the right here, this sweep. And some people obviously would have done this one here on the low. So what one do you really use? Very, very simple. You need to use time-based to know. There's no way by looking at just this right side and just looking at the price. There's no way just looking at the price. There's no way that you'd be able to know which one. Only way to actually properly gauge which one's going to be important is the Asia session. Reason being, boys, is there's 3 main sessions and each session has its own objective. This is why I trade the London session, boys, and why we outperform 95% of people that ever go live on this app. 99% of people that ever go live on this app is because we trade London session based on time and based on logic. People are trading all the blocks and shit, fair value gaps. We don't really understand it. We actually understand what it is. And the reason being is each session has its own objective, right? So, and let me just say, like, that's like any market. So this market, essentially, in order for it to move, it can't just move, right? Think of it like a runner. A runner can't just run forever, right? We have to have accumulation, right? Which is basically orders getting accumulated. So essentially we're filling it up with petrol. The manipulation, yeah? So imagine you're in a race. This is like filling it up with petrol. The manipulation, this is essentially like saying, oh, that way, and then dashing off in the other direction. It's essentially a liquidity grab, but all you got to realise is it's not a true move down. It's only moving down to stop out the people in the previous phase, right? The previous phase. So accumulation, manipulation, and then finally distribution, which is the main move. And these can be broken down into Asia session, which moves sideways and generates liquidity. London session, which takes the liquidity and manipulates. You can see, took the low, took the high. And the New York session, which actually has the main move. The reason why New York session has the main move is because it has the most news for the dollar, which is the most controlling currency. And obviously, just America's got the most money. New York have to have the highest trading volume. So, yeah, it just makes sense. London session, obviously, manipulating. Asia session, reason it accumulates, moves sideways is because really there's not that much volume coming out of the Asia session. So, with that being said, now we know what low we're going to look to get taken. Not this one, not these two. Not this one, this is London. We're looking at this one. Why? Because it's the Asia session, and we know the Asia session accumulates, the London session will manipulate, and then the New York session will have the big move. So a lot of you guys are stuck trying to catch this big move. A lot of you guys, you're trading, right? You're seeing the accumulation occur. You're then waiting. You're seeing the manipulation occur, and then you want to get in for the big move. But this is stupid. The reason why this is stupid is because no one knows where this distribution's going. This distribution is based off price intent, based off where it wants to go. Is it bullish or is it bearish? And that may sound stupid, but that's unlike every other session. Every other session is just completing an objective in order for this sell to be completed. So that means that when I trade the London session, I can say, for example, I don't care if we're going up or if we're going down. It really doesn't matter to me. I'm just going to wait for the Asia low to get swept and take a buy up to the high, or wait for the high to get swept and sell down to the low. And I'm going to do all of that before the New York session even starts. So while all you lot are fighting over this move here, we're already in, out. Simple. Very, very, very simple. But this is why a lot of people lose, because a lot of the educators like ICT, people like that, they're American, so they can't trade the London session because London session is like 2 a.m. for them. So yeah, that's not my Discord, boys. That guy's just an idiot. But yeah, that is essentially that. And then if you play out the market, you can see swept the low. Would have waited for some form of confirmation. I don't know. However you lot want to confirm it. I personally go with fair value gaps or inversions. So for example, I wait for this to be closed above. When we close above that, I'll enter on the retap of it because that's obviously bearish. So we should tap into them and move down. So when we tap into the fair value gaps and close above, tells us that we're going to go higher. So yeah, that would be really your area you're going to buy it, and then yeah, simple really, just trade it up to the Asia high. You can see the clear. See how easy that was for London session. New York session, you've actually got to think, cool, where is this actually going to go? Like, are we going to go up? Are we going to go down? When you look at London session and look at it objective based, it's so much easier. Low swept, we're going to trade into the high. Simple shit. And it happens so often. Again, the day before, let's look at the day before. Asia high swept at 7.15 and then traded down into the low. Very, very simple. And then we can look at the day before as well. And we can see what happened. Well, the Asia low was swept initially. Then we traded up into the Asia high. Then after the Asia high was swept, we traded back down into the Asia low. So you can see, boys, this happens very, very consistently. I can continue going back and showing you examples again. Swept the low, moved up. But yeah, Chat's probably going crazy right now. I don't know what you meant to say. Yeah, but the sweeps don't always work, obviously. Boys, nothing's going to work every time, obviously. What? If it worked every time, it wouldn't be a sweep, would it? It would just be an actual... The reason you call it a sweep... Yeah, well, let's just not get into semantics. Anyway, check GJ. Let's have a look at GJ. Yeah, nice. GJ moving up. GJ moving up nicely. Don't really know what you're trying to say. I don't know if you're trying to say, well, look, that means it doesn't work. But you can literally look like it's not going to work every day, as we said, but you can literally look at the day before. So this is Euro JPY. Again, look to the left. Look what happened the day before. Swept the low. Waited for our inversion fair value gap. Traded up into the high. Simple, right? You get in there, you get out of the high. So you can continue coping in the comments. You can continue coping in the comments. Coping, trying to trade this New York session where you don't know if it's going to go up, you don't know if it's going to go down, you don't know if news is going to affect it, you don't know if we're going to go for the prior day low, prior day high, are we going to distribute, what are we going to do? While you're trying to figure that out, we're already in and out. We're just waiting for the Asia low to get swept, which is a time-based. So again, another thing with the New York session, you man are probably going to be going off order blocks like for this sell, order blocks or fair value gaps, whatever it is. Your own mind has got to see an order block and say that's an order block, that's a fair value gap. It's what's the word for it? It's I don't know what the word is, but it's interpretational, right? Whereas time based is literally the Asia high will always be there, the Asia low will always be there. It's just a time based thing. That's all it is. So that's why it's so much better to use the Asia session to trade the London session and not just do what everyone else does and just look for the New York session to have the main move. As we said though, I can see the M basket getting a bit weaker myself, so I don't really like that UJ to be honest. As I said, this looks like it's coming down. If we look what it's coming down to, we do have this fair value gap here that we're trading into. And then if we go on this UJ, yeah, let's mark out. This ain't my trade, by the way, chat. This is Jim Bob's trade. Jim Bobby Bob. Let's go to he actually got quite a worse entry out, I'm not gonna lie. Where was it? It was here, I'm pretty sure. Here, something like that. But yeah, I personally wouldn't have taken this, but not my trade, so I'm not going to comment on it. He knows how to trade. He's a profitable trader, so he's a good lad. I think I missed bare comments on YouTube. Hang on. Chiang Mai looks lovely. We'll be stopping there for a few nights, definitely. Yeah, Chiang Mai is banging, man. Chiang Mai is well nice. Chiang Mai is good if you want to get away from everyone, man. You can actually get away from English people for a bit. We had nice little we're in Morocco. Wait, what? Lads, how's the week been? Not been on the chart, still in Morocco. Lovely, Nick. Lovely, bro. Yeah, man, chart's been going good. We had a good couple trades yesterday. A lot of good results coming back, man. This one properly made me gassed, man, when I saw this. This is one of our Signal members. It's taken an insane amount of time, mainly due to strategy hopping in the early days, but 9 months, 81 trading days, and 292 trades later, I've passed my FTMO challenge. If Tenacity came with a certificate, this would be it. So yeah, man, going really well. Going really well, got people killing it. Obviously, this is 7 bags off that gold trade we had in the Signals the other day. Yeah, been going good, man. Not the best market, but definitely, again, this is what I always say, boys, like, even if the market's not good, you need to tune in, you need to watch, you need to see what's going on. Because then you learn, then you know for next year, you know for next election cycle what's going on. Because you've lived through it, you've been through it, you've traded it. And it's not good enough to just come back after and look, oh, this is what happened. You need to be live in the market to see what is actually going on, how are we distributing, how quick are we moving, what times are we moving. There's just shit you pick up on when you're live trading rather than back testing. I'll be back when EU hits my TP. Goodbye. Sweet, mate. Chiang Mai, Bangkok, Koh Samui, Koh Pang, Krabi and Phuket. Yeah, that sounds like pretty much everywhere you'd want to go, to be fair. Pagazoo, having a great time. Nice, man. Enjoy, bro. Enjoy. Enjoy, Nick. I've just looked outside for the weather and it's not giving much. It's not giving much. Um, if I could trade and surf all day, that would be the dream. I've actually never surfed. What is this you're trading? It says in the bottom right, bro. This is EU. Surely this is stopped out now. This is probably going to stop out. Not my trade again, by the way, chat. So don't come for me in the comments, kids. Don't come for me in the comments. This chat is very active. Seriously, good to see like-minded people all coming together. Trust me, bro. Trust me. What's going on with you, Jay? We'll have a look in a sec, bro. Oh, to be fair, we're literally sitting on it now. I don't know. Thingy, Jim Bob sent in a short. I personally can see it coming higher, based on a few things. We could do some analysis on it. Why not? So yeah, on the daily or the monthly rather. If we're looking at the internal external, we've got this order block here and this external high. So we want price to eventually trade up into that high from the order block. That's the main move. If we look on the monthly, the next stop for potential bears to come into the market is this fair value gap here. So you can see we are trading within this fair value gap here. So once we complete this, we could use this as a level to sell off, but we at least want to trade up to this point. So we at least want to buy up to this point. Then we want to see if we can actually close above and then continue up to here. But this is the next stop essentially, is the end of this fair value gap. Going down onto the weekly, you can see not long ago we had this monthly CRT down here. Also weekly CRT. We can just see the distribution off of this order block. So we've got the low, high, fair value gap mitigated, ran through, and obviously that bullish momentum just completely continued up until now. When we go into the daily now, you can see we break down the range a little bit more. We've got again, this is the distribution from the actual fair value gap. So again, we're just following the market along. So we've got the order block there, which we rejected from. This is the fair value gap. You can see daily and weekly both present, and then we can see here this is the actual CRT low. Which was swept. After we swept our CRT low and tapped into our imbalance, we did have a clear change of character, break of structure, whatever you want to call it, breaking highs. That was our sign that price was going to go higher. Order block there, price came into the order block and then obviously distributed to the high. And that was the last distribution we've seen, is from this order block all the way up to this high. Since that's happened, price has really been retracing ever since. So for 1, 2, 3, 4, this is the 5th day of retracement. We've got the low, we've got the high. So really, you don't really want to be buying until we enter the discount, which is down here. So you would really want to see price come a bit lower, but we've got to take that with a pinch of salt when when USD and JPY are both very fundamentally led right now. Going on to the daily then, and I'm sort of just ignoring this big opening gap for now and just assuming it doesn't get revisited. If it does start to come down, that's when we'll have our eyes on it and look to see if it actually does. But with that being said, we're going to look at this bit of price action here. This is obviously the fair value gap we want to trade up to at least. And you can see we've got our FVG on the 4 hour, on the daily fair value gap, candle 1, 2, 3. So we want to fill this gap, which we basically have. We've also then got the prior day low was swept. So really we should trade up into the prior day high as long as we can hold this price. So with that being said, let me straighten that out a bit. It doesn't look straight. With that being said, let's go down onto the 4 hour. Let's get rid of this now. Because I do actually think there's a decent amount of room for trades to still come through. I'll be honest. But yeah, so this is the high. This is the low. And then if we go down onto the 30 min, let's try and take a look at what's happening. Let's get rid of the indicators because that doesn't help. What time frame was this? Okay, let's make this a bit brighter so we can see what we're doing. So we can see what we're doing. It will be embarrassing if me and Jim Bob both send a trade and we both get cooked. That will be embarrassing. But yeah, so we can really see what's going on. We can see we had this. The bears were in control of the market until Asia's session really started. Well, not even started, got underway. We can see the really nice breaker block. Hopefully you man can see that as well. Careful, Jim Bob, giving some sauce away for free there. Wait, what it? Stop loss hit. Damn, I can't lie. I thought it would have pulled through from what I saw, but it is what it is. Urchin sounds like a hater. I can't lie. Yeah, bro, he is, isn't it? He does say it as a bit of a joke, but he's not. Oh, no, Urchin ain't a hater. He just he likes rage baiting in it. Yo, bro, can you have a look at EU and GU? Yeah, no worries, boys. You wearing a suit, bro? Nah, it's a dressing gown. Um, yeah, you man. Give me 2 secs. By the way, chat. I'm live on YouTube as well. My YouTube's there. We've got about 120 man in there right now. So if you do want to watch on YouTube, or if you're wondering who else I'm talking to, but yeah, no, he's not. He's not a hater. He's just a he's just a rage baiter. But anyway, so basically what we were saying is, so we can see what really went on, especially when again you turn these session indicators on. You can see this here is really dead price action. As soon as our actual Asia session starts, which by the way we're trading JPY, so Asia session is going to be kind of significant. You can see we had that instant sell-off, which was then instantly recovered, and then price is just continuing up. So this is clearly the manipulation. Now what we want to focus on is this just before the manipulation, which has now been mitigated. So this right here you can see, right? So lower swept, and this is what we call a breaker block. So reason being, if we go down on the lower time frames, you can see. So price initially swept this low, then what happened? Tell me why we rallied back up just to then dump. Well, there's 2 reasons. Number 1 was manipulation, because the market knows there's going to be a lot of people around here that are too eager to get in buys, too eager. Why are they too eager? Because of time again. Price action wise, it looks like a decent buy. Why wasn't it? Because look at the time it came through, 1 a.m. Do you think there's going to be a big distribution without the Americans trading it, without the Europeans trading it? No, there's not, all right? Americans are greedy as shit, and so are Europeans. They're not going to allow a move to happen without them getting in, unless obviously it's a shock move. So we can see, if we break it down a bit more, you can see we filled this imbalance to the downside and then had that clear movement, that clear institutional sell. So what we mean by that is when institutions will put in a sell with the primary goal of stopping out early buyers. So you can see a lot of people that bought early by that sell would have been stopped out. They're out of the market. And now over Asia session, you can see we had that violation warning. Hate speech. Oh, you man, I just got my live restricted. I'm going to reset the live, boys. Everyone drop a follow. Wait, yeah. Everyone drop a follow. I'm going to reset the live. When we hit at 12 past 10, I'm going to jump off and restart. So everyone drop a follow so you still see my account. Put my YouTube up there as well. You can screenshot my YouTube and Discord in case you lose me in it. But everyone drop a follow. I'm going to restart in just a sec, boys. I don't know why I got a violation. I was literally slating Americans. I said Americans are greedy. Like, anyways, I'm off, lads. Enjoy your weekend as I don't trade. Yeah, enjoy it, Jim Bob. There's nothing, yeah, I mean, the thing is with Jim Bob, taking a loss, I would be happy with Jim Bob taking that loss. I wouldn't see a problem with it. He's up about 8R, I think, this month alone. And losses are normal, boys. Losses are really normal. So that's why you get people in the YouTube chat that may be like, oh, Jim Bob, shit trade. You're not going to get anyone in the signal saying that because they know the strength of him. They know the strength of Jim Bob. They've all voted for him to stay. This literally, Jim Bob's in there because man voted for him to stay, like, because they know he's a good trader. They know the strength of him. Don't get done by the rage bait, Jim Bob. Trust me, I have it all the time. I win like 5 trades on the bounce, and when I lose 1 on live, I just get everyone in the chat like, it is hard to deal with initially. But yeah, everyone drop a follow, right? I'm going to reset now. When I'm back on, I'll be on EU and GU. I'll have a look at EU and GU. Right, give me 2 secs, chat. I'm going to reset. You can get into YouTube if you want as well. Let me actually get my YouTube up. And that's me right there. You can see the whole chart. So if you want to watch on YouTube, boys, YouTube's... Oh, did not mean to do that. Anyway, boys, I'm resetting now, so I'll see you in 2 secs. Sweet. That was a good TikTok live, I'm not going to lie. We had like 50 man on there, chat, but... For some bloody reason... Right, there we go. Alright, cool. Let me restart this ticky. Bro, people should join straight back, realistically. If not, that is bang out of order from them. But yeah, that's what we're looking for. That's what we've seen on UJ. So there is actually going to be room for profit still. We're only about halfway up. We've got about 60 pips from where we are. So definitely not done. Definitely not done. Price action is moving a little bit weird. A little bit just slow, man. The JPY has been like this, though, where we've just been moving purely overnight. Yeah, you can see we filled that 5-minute imbalance a little bit. It was more this one, to be fair, weren't it? Filled this here. Moved up. Could use the inversion one as well. Yeah. Lou, what do you do in your spare time? Check weekly EU. Bro, EU bearish weekly. Check. Yeah, on the higher time frame, we are bearish on EU, GU. It's nothing new. We are bearish on EU and GU on the weekly. We've already been through it, to be fair, bro, but we've got this CRT high, which was swept. CRT low there. Thought I heard something. CRT low there, but the thing is, you got to realise what phase we're actually in. So yeah, I do agree on the higher time frame we are bearish. We are going to be trading down into this low, but right now, are we in an optimal point for sellers to step in? No, we're not. We're actually quite low within the range. We've seen a lot of people manipulated in this little accumulation down here. As you can see, got the leg down, got the accumulation, and we've got the manipulation leg. So this is the accumulation. Rally up and then sell. You need to sell at a decent point. You need to sell at a decent point first. So we want to come up well into our premium. So this is obviously the 50%. So up here is known as the premium. Down here is known as the discount. If you're selling, we know that institutions like to sell at a premium rather than a discount. So you want to wait for price to come up when we're at our good point, and then we'll sell. Mainly defining good would be our internal liquidity and our premium section. So remember, every leg of price has got internal and external liquidity. What do you do? Yeah, what do you do in your spare time? Don't know, man, really, to be fair. Same as everyone, bro. Like, I don't do anything that crazy. Go to the gym, play football, go to the pub, watch football, watch the darts, watch some boxing, watch some MMA. I don't play video games or anything like that. Sometimes I play Clash Royale, but I don't play like video games. Yeah, going out, seeing shit, going on holiday, going abroad. So yeah, it's just nice to have the freedom. That's the main thing. I don't really care if I'm in England as long as I know I can leave at any point. It's more my mindset. Man, they're talking to each other. Best loser wins. Yeah, facts, bro. Facts. What's your bias? So we are bearish on EU, but for today, and especially for the larger session, we want to see price continue bullish. We are currently sitting at the discount. Discount of the range. But yeah, man, let me know. Has anyone got any limits set? Anyone looking at any other pairs? What are we saying on EU and GU as well? Who's waiting on EU and GU? Let me know, chat. What do you think of GU buys? Right, nice. Give me 2 6. Give me 2 6. Just put my makeup on. Haven't looked into a few. Alright, cool. What are you saying on GU buys? Yeah, GU buys are nice. We want it to come down to a good point first, though. I'd personally want it to come down to this order block here. Just following along our internal, external. So if I turn off the indicator, I'll show you what I mean a little bit. So you can see every leg we've got a low and a high. And those highs are known as external liquidity. Highs and lows are known as external liquidity. And anything within this leg that's an order block or a fair value gap, that's known as internal liquidity. So we've got internal liquidity here, external liquidity here. So all we're looking to do is that same thing in the next leg of price. So the next leg, we've got the swing low, swing high, and we've got our internal liquidity being this order block here, and we're looking to buy to our external. So yeah, that's what we'll be looking for, man. We want price to come down a little bit first. We're in a really big range. We're in like a 15 pip, 1 minute range. Let's let everyone else get in here, boys. Everyone drop a like on the stream. Everyone repost the stream. US 30. What are you looking at on US 30, Yaz? Is it Yaz or Yas? El Slapper, you seem like you defo know what you're doing. Are you funded? Are you profitable / funded? Wait, Kevin, is that the Kevin or is that a new Kevin? I didn't actually get the answer last time. Didn't see what you man said. Are you 3 minute order block below? Don't know if it will retrace. Let's have a look, man. Because EU, GU, a lot of people are potentially seeing entries. You ever trade GU during the... Nah, bro, we only trade the London session. You got to think, in order to do well in these markets, you got to do what majority of people don't do. So if everyone's trading New York session and everyone's getting cooked, then we want to trade the London session. You got to stick to your trading times, man. We stick to it very, very carefully. All right, let's go on the 3 min. So someone said 3 min order block below. EU 3 min order block below. Yeah, I think you're meaning this order block here that actually tapped us in. I think you mean this order block here. Potentially could come in. All we're seeing really though, if we look, is so we've got the sweep here, then we've got the inversion of this fair value gap. After that, you can see, so after we inverted it, this is the candle here that you're talking about. So this candle re-tapped onto the imbalance and then moved off, right? So I get it, you're trying to catch this distribution here. However, if we look, that distribution's already been mitigated by the fair value gap. See, this fair value gap here has been filled by a price, and then we've continued up. Same way this fair value gap was filled by price and we moved up. So I wouldn't really say it needs to come back down to it, other than to just sweep the Asia low and tap into this imbalance just below it. Baby, what you wishing for? Obviously, DXY just hasn't moved at all from this point, which is all we're really seeing. Yen basket continuing to be weak. What's UJ and GJ, Sam? Sorry, GJ and EJ. Yeah, just insanely strong. Maybe the world is yours. Maybe when it rains it pours. We've actually got a fair value gap of decent size now. I don't know how to wish anymore. Or do I? Sorry, can't sing to save my life. Should I put some tunes on, chat? Let me put some tunes on. Get out my face. I ain't heard that song in time. Why is it stuck? Oh, I've seen it on TikTok for sure, and Baby, what you wishing for? By the way, boys, we are giving away a 50k Alpha Capital Group funded account. 2 of them on Friday. 2 Alpha Capital Group 50k accounts. So get in the Discord if you want to get access to the giveaway, boys. Everyone get in the Discord. Alright, everyone run up this live. If you're on this live, drop some likes. Is this EU? Yeah, bro, this is EU. We had a bag of man on here, but we got... Recently became 50k funded, building up funding before I start trading live accounts. Want to build my confidence and capital, so when it comes in, I'll be flying. El Slapper, I'll be careful with that, bro. Yeah, El Slapper, I'd say get trading, man. You don't want to be that guy. I've actually tried to do that before. Because then what you get, it's like you've built up this masterpiece and you don't want to destroy it and you're scared. You get scared to actually place a trade and lose any percent on there. You need to get past the point of being like worried to blow it. If it blows, it blows. If you're a good trader, there should be no worrying of blowing it. Where's Discord? It's on the right here, bro. Just go to my Instagram. My Instagram's Richesse FX, same as that. Richesse FX. Or just go to my YouTube. I'm live on YouTube right now. That's not me. I'm not Trippy Red, by the way. But yeah, we're live on YouTube and it's in my... Jesus, that went not great. Yeah, it's in my Instagram or YouTube. That's you, Jay. Wait, what did I say? New Kevin, he sound... Oh, fair play. New Kev. Old Kevin's actually better than he was, to be fair. Let's have a look at gold, because we was looking at potential gold longs. Again, gold just not moving. The dollar's been really, really slow in London session these past few days. Yeah, nice. We're moving up. This is what we want, chat. We want EU to start moving down. We really want it to come for that other sweep. If we go for that other sweep, looking banging. Cooking some pasta. What's the phase for? You fucked it up or something? I was on a beautiful GJ long and closed it manually. Now it's fucked off like a bit. I don't know why you do that, bro. Why'd you close it manually? Wait, why did you put the face palm? Why is people putting the face palm? What? And said that's UJ. Yeah, I know it's UJ. I'm not stupid. You were short on UJ, now I'm looking at a buy. Mate, do you have your volume on mute or are you just like sitting there gooning or something? If you listen to a single time I said this is not my trade, this is not my trade, this is Jim Bob's trade, this is Jim Bob's trade. Jim Bob actually even came in the live and started talking about his trade. And then someone actually tried to rage bait Jim Bob in the live about that trade that was his trade. And then we started talking about Jim Bob not getting rage baited and not to worry. So, Jesus Christ, mate, you missed a lot. You missed a hell of a lot. But yeah, that wasn't my trade. I'd consider to either stop gooning or turn your volume up. What are you saying, Curtis? What are you saying, bro? Do you only ever trade lower time frames? Yeah, man. Not like I won't swing trade if that's what you mean. Slow week for me this week. You get any trades over the GULU? Nah, man. Very slow week. Very, very slow week. You taking this UJ? If we come down, I will be, bro. I'm pretty confident. Come on, Curtis. What you saying, bro? Predictions for GU. We really want GU to come for another sweep of the low. GU could actually move down for an age liquidity sell, to be fair. But yeah, this fair value gap here, this is what we want us to come into. And we also want us to take out this Asia low. I mean, if you're looking for buyers, then you'd be looking to buy off this order block. But for me, I wouldn't really be looking at GU. I'd more be looking at EU. EU, we want to come down. Sweep this low. And then we're going to look for buyers up to the Asia high. So that's the move we're going to be looking at. We need that sell to come through first, though. Then obviously looking at DXY. What would that look like? Will be something like this. So coming up for another sweep, filling that imbalance, and then coming down. Bro said he's gooning. Facts, mate. He must be. Doing good, doing good. Lovely, Curtis. Can you go over UJ confirmations again? I've been in UJ since about 1 AM. Lovely, You got the hardest name to pronounce out of anyone that's ever been in my life, and I've had a lot of difficult names. Jacquois, bro, I've never seen. I've just realised why that's so hard to pronounce. I've never seen an O after a Q. I've only ever seen a U or an A. Still trying to work out how to pronounce your name, but yeah, lovely, man. If you've been in UJ since then, lovely, man, lovely. You must obviously be based somewhere in the world where you can trade that session. What's your name? I'm new here. My name's Louis, bro. Lou, where can I pay 50% of yesterday's discount? I got 100% off instead of 50% off. Wait, what? You got 100% off? Wait, send me a DM, cat. What the hell? I said you got 100% off. That's crazy. Jacoya. Ah. Oh, you sound like American. I thought you was like Arab or something. Jacoya, get in here now, man. This what you look... What? This I look like, bro. This what you look like, bro. Wait, what? What's the discount code? Yeah, we had 50% off running yesterday for mentorship and signals. And yeah, anyone who joins our mentorship or signal group this week is going to be put into a 50k giveaway. So I think there's about 5 people entered into that. So yeah, if you join our mentorship or signals, you've got currently 1 in 5 chance of winning a 50k Alpha Capital group account. I'm back. What are you saying, EK? Yeah, what do you mean you got 100% off that? That's crazy. Allow it, what you're looking to long. I'll be real, bro. I've got no idea what you're really saying in the chat, but we're mainly looking at you, Jay, right now. Mainly looking at you, Jay. We want the dollar to continue this movement up for about, really at least till the end of the hour. So we should have at least half hour left of bullishness. And then obviously the yen basket looks like it's going to be continuing that bearish momentum. So have a look at GU, because obviously GU is the one that's not in alignment. We've got this bullish fair value gap here on the 5-minute, which has just been closed below. Just been closed below now. So realistically, you would be valid for an Asia liquidity short if that is in line with your higher time frame bias from 50%. Let's go to this real quick. Yeah, you would be valid on that. Very, very counter trend though. Very, very counter trend. Oh yeah, Cat, send me a DM, bro. Send me a DM on there. Lou, how do I get into the pre-London? You in the mentorship, bro? It's just in the Discord. So if you're in the mentorship, then it is. If you go down to here, mentorship content, and then just here, bro, virtual trading floor. Wait, Don Chablo. I think Don Chablo fucked up. Don Chablo said he was going to cancel his monthly signals to buy lifetime. So yesterday he cancelled his monthly, and this morning he's just bought monthly again. I think you fucked up, bro. I think you fucked up. Or he might have just done that to get in the to get in the giveaway. To be fair, it's not a bad idea. I'm in a few longs. AD JPY, CAD JPY, GJ JPY. Everything against the yen is quite bullish. Damn, yeah. So you've got 3 basically trades on the same pair. You've essentially got 3 trades telling you that JPY to go down. I mean, fundamentally we are bearish, but based on actually what we're seeing, there's nothing majorly bearish about what we're like price action. If we're actually looking at the phase we're in this bearish leg, but we're in the recovery phase. So we've got the distribution phase, sprint, and then the recovery phase. So sprint and recovery, sprint and recovery. So we're currently in the recovery phase, so we could see price kind of trickle to the upside long term. Obviously, it depends what you're actually trading. I do agree, though, we should really move down at least a few pips to fill this 4-hour imbalance. But I can just see us coming into this higher time frame imbalance. We've essentially moved past this order block. We come above the order block. Had a rejection, but yeah, had a rejection 2 here to then go up. So yeah, I reckon there's going to be a little bit of room. A little bit of room. Obviously, if you're looking at this UJ and this GU, then you are going to want the DXY to be strong. You need the DXY to be strong, really. Let's just say how it is. If it's not, you're fucked. I'm in the mentor. I've got access to the website and stuff, but I don't have anything like that in my Discord. You should, bro. Did you sign in with your Discord? You should do. What's your name on there? Let me know your name on there, Jay. I'll find up your name. This is the trading floor, by the way, boys. This is a little gold buy. Gold too easy right now. Yeah, facts. Oh, Stu crashed his car. Right, we fully filled this imbalance now. This is kind of what we want to see, though. Because now we've got 2 opposing fair value gaps. So we've got a bearish one and a bullish one. This is what we like to see, because one of these must fail. You see what I'm saying? If we get rid of the indicators. We've got a bullish fair value gap here and a bearish fair value gap here. So one of them's got to be rejected. Which is what we want to see now. Hopefully we can tap into this. Continue down. Swipe this low. And then have that secondary move up. What's your stop loss on TP? What for, bro? Again, same thing we're seeing on the DXY as well. We've got 2 opposing fair value gaps. One of them's got to come through. One of them's got to fail. This looks really annoying just to see. How can I do it without it looking this jarring? Let's just draw it like this. That GU would have tapped in. I'm in the mentorship since yesterday, but I don't have the mentorship tab in my Discord. Did you, man, sign up with your Discord username? That's why you got to use your Discord so it knows who you are. SMT at the lows, bro. Bro, swear to God, there's a group of traders that all they ever look for is SMT. Like, literally, bro. Their entire strategy is SMT and nothing else. Yeah, Kevin. We've had another Kevin in here. But yeah, I wouldn't really call it SMT. I mean, if you're talking about these lows here, the only SMT we're seeing is with the DXY. So the DXY took the Asia high. Again, if we turn it on, DXY took the Asia high. GU did not. It came short. EU did not as well. It came short. We need this to, obviously we're looking at GU sells. So we do really need this to move up a little bit. Would be nice if we can move up a little bit on this. I'm bearish on the pair though, so I'm not like overly. I don't really care if it does or not. We've got this next imbalance to come into. Clearly traded through that. We'll draw out this order block here just because it is something, but again, not anything I'm majorly looking to react from. So EG's not really in my thought process. We just need the dollar to do the legwork. I'll be real. We need the dollar to move up. That's what we need. Again, on the 5 minute, we've got two fair value gaps. We've got a bearish one there and a bullish one there. We want to wait and see which one comes through. He's took your place. Trust me. What is SMT? Yeah. Smart money trap. Who else is in GU cells? Yeah, I don't know. Let me know in the chat. You man in GU cells? You man in GU cells, EU cells? Let me know. Explain SMT. I don't really trade SMT, bro, but it's very, very simple. All it is quickly draw it out for you. You've got this. One pair does that. The other pair does this. This is all SMT is. So essentially, like this, when we've got two correlating pairs, so for example, EU and GU, which should really move similarly, right? If one of them moves up, so should the other one. And you can see what happens is when we look at the range high here, price wasn't strong enough to break out the range high. Versus here, price did break out the range high. So it tells us this, a reversal's coming. Because they're not moving in alignment anymore. And obviously this one's weaker, and this is a liquidity grab rather than a breaker structure. Let's see how it does, man. Again, we need the dollar to be strong, which is sort of we're just more hoping at this point. Yeah, if you want to see what I'm actually getting in, then see my advice in the Signal group, boys. I'm in, inshallah. Jesus. EU sells, EU longs. Let's have a look at thingies, EU longs. Right, we are at this fair value, so let's see. Right, looks like this bearish one is going to foul. We'll still wait for the sweep. Feel this imbalance now, so let's see what we can do. This GU, okay, this GU's actually still alright. See what we actually want to do, man. The dollar's not really giving us too much to go off right now. We've just filled both of it, both imbalances. We can't do that. One of them's going to have to be rejected. Again, don't be too concerned about these big candles as well. It doesn't really mean that much. It's just manipulation at the end of the day. Get that inverse and I'm entering. Fair play, bro. You started taking entries after 10 AM. Nah, bro. Nah. I'm not in this GU one myself. That's what I just said to the Discord. Said GU's outside of my trading times. UJ on the other hand. UJ you can trade past 10 because it is a JPY pair. But EU, GU, I stick to 10. So hopefully this one TPs. But if it does, then I will be watching from the sidelines. Okay, see you guys at TP or SL. 2 minutes later, yeah, lie. Do you trade after 10? Yeah, not for EU or GU, bro. Not for EU or GU. Is that the dollar index? This is GU, but yeah, we was just looking at the dollar index, bro. Yeah. Like you need a drink. If you were to take the shorts on EU, bro, where would you target? Asia low, bro. Asia low. So we got such a good point here in Asia low to target. Again, this Asia low is the level we came very close to. We've got an hourly imbalance just beneath it as well. Hourly imbalance just beneath it, you can see there. So yeah, really setting up nicely to short down, take the Asia low, and then have that move. So we really should be seeing, I'll be honest, we've got a clear objective beneath the Asia low and we've come very close to it. The only thing is, EU and GU haven't swept either the Asia lows. DXY has just clearly swept the high and starting to move down. So we just need to wait and see. Does it actually intend to continue that move, or is it just really accumulation? We've got 50 seconds left of this. This obviously is looking majorly bearish, which would mean EUG would continue. If you had to pick a pair to take, EUG or UJ, I'd pick EU and GU's outside of my trading times, bro. Outside of my trading time, so I wouldn't take an EUGU past 10 AM, so I'd only really be looking to take UJ right now. Price has been sluggish, don't you think? Like, yeah, man, it has been very sluggish, very, very sluggish. Since the shutdown, man, it has been. GJ didn't want to come sweep Asia lows. Longs looked clean, in my opinion. Yeah, no, they did, bro. They did. EJ and GJ longs both looking very nice. UJ's the only one that looks like it could actually come in though. This one, GU's actually low-key holding itself. I mean, I'm not too sure how long it'll be able to do that for, but it's holding its own in there. We'll see what it wants to do, man. Fucking hell. It's lagging, bro. Yeah, we'll see what it wants to do. I'm not even going to bother looking at it. We'll just wait till it hits TP or till it hits stop loss, or if it comes into a bit of pros. Yeah, it looks like the DXY is moving down. Suppose we've got this order block maybe to come into. Just accumulating, really. We can't really gauge too much from it. That's why we're mainly looking at UJ, a pair that's actually got somewhat of a direction. Even that, though, to be fair, that's fucking stalling around now. Never mind, you hit my SL. Unlucky, bro. Someone was looking at a long. I can't remember who it was, but one of you man was looking for a long on that order block there. It literally would have just... Oh, no way. Would it have missed you? Oh, no, it was a 3 minute. Would it have tapped you in? I think it would have literally to the tick tapped you in, bro. Let's have a look. Yeah, literally to the tick. Who was that who said about that long from there? If it was you, you're a G. That would literally have tapped you in to the T. Don't know where you would have had your stop loss on that, but... Yeah, if you caught that, crazy. I'm long in EU right now. Fair play, bro. Try not to be induced by these big impulsive candles. You want to go off the overall price action, not just these impulsive candles. On Friday, I needed 0.95 to pass my vow. I've been on a losing streak now. I need 3.22. That's just normal, though, bro. It'll be like that when you're actually on your live funded. So it's good, man. You're just learning context into what's going on. Nothing wrong with that. Alright, UJ's actually coming pretty close as well. Pretty close. I'm gonna go get a drink real quick. 2 stop loss already. I'm out before I blow an account. Not the best week. Not gonna lie. Yeah, man. Not the best week. Just gotta try and hold yourself during these times. Remember, this is why you set rules though as well. This is why I have rules. So don't trade past 10 AM for EUGU. Don't trade past 11 AM for UJ. Or JPY pairs. It was Kelvin. Oh, was it not Kevin? My AU low got swept around 7:45. Do you not have the highs and lows on the 15 minute for the session? Oh yeah, no, but so we say it starts at 7 AM, bro. European Central Bank opens at 7 AM. Why so EU and GU uncorrelated? Just because of how the euro's moving against the pound. All you got to do is pull up the pair, bro, and just look at the London session. So you can see Asia session moved basically sideways, as we said. London session opened, took out the Asia high, as we said, and then traded down into the Asia low, continued going very, very bearishly. So when EG is very, very bearish, basically means that the euro is kind of weak and the pound is kind of strong. So that's why we're seeing the uncorrelation. Maybe what you wishing for. Maybe the world is yours. Maybe anything for. fuck it. Let's just see how this one does for a hot one. Hot sec. Come on, chat. Who's in on this? Anyone in on GU or EU? Anything like that? I'm going to quickly get a drink. I'll be 2 secs. Weirdo. What's the entry on you, I'll send it to the live signals, bro. I'm on GU, but not with a big size. Fair play. Yeah, I'm not in this GU, but I'm on your fucking side as a supporter. That's for sure. Personally, too choppy, needed a clean sweep, displacement, etc. Too long, volume died out. Yeah, man, what we will tend to get, though, bro, is on the turn of the hours. This is what I'm very big on, actually looking at the session. Even if you're not trading, every single day, just follow that. Literally just look at it play out. I trade the London session, so it's 3-4 hours a day that I've looked at the market play out tick for tick, minute for minute, on the 5-minute and 15-minute time frame for the London session. And what you tend to see is on the turn of the hour is when we get the move. You start noticing shit like this. But yeah, on the turn of the hour, so when it turns to 10, when it turns to 11, that's when these like periods of accumulation tend to end. We'll get the first little distribution move at 7-ish, 7, 8-ish, and then the second one at 10, 11-ish. So there will be another move. We'll just see what direction it wants to go, man. Mate, the speaker's so dead. The speaker on here is actually terrible. Like, it sounds like it's coming out of a lunchbox. But the one on my good monitor, my new monitors, just doesn't work for some reason. Just some reason doesn't work in it. Don't know why. Don't know how. It's a brand new monitor. Alright, we've got to put this one on, haven't we? Alright, chat. Bottom of that 15-minute fair value, bro. Oh, yeah, sorry, my bad. Just realised the price labels weren't on. So we can see the DTO has been tested here. In a long time, mama. Yeah, you can see the daily trade open here getting retested. Again, we're just waiting on DXY, man. We want it to move past this shit. That's what I'm saying about these candles. Don't trust these big up candles, these big down candles. It's just too much manipulation. Cheeky. Most monitors don't have speakers. No, but this one definitely used, because I used to play out of this and the audio was calm. Like. You want to warm me? Oh, nice. Took our eyes off gold for 2 seconds and it's... Oh, come on, mate. So obviously our Alright, yeah, so moving off that 15-minute, we've low-key missed the ticket here by not getting into that. I just didn't look at it. That's my bad. That's my bad. Anyway, we've obviously inverted this. It's clear we're moving higher, so the inversion is not really needed. But in terms of an entry, this would be where you could actually get into an entry. If I'm making out the age of session high and low without using your indicator, what time frame should I be on? Oh yeah, do it on the. What do you mean? What time frame? Oh, don't mark it out, bro. There's no. Just use our indicator in it. That's so long. The indicator's free. You can just type it up. Even if you can't be asked to use our one, just use this one. FXN age of session range. That's this one. It's just like we've just integrated that and other stuff into our own. Bro, this is actually bad, yeah. How's this RS firing a booth got 17 million views? The unknown P, which is another little jokey one, has also got 17 mil. How, bro? This is literally one of the most goated videos in the UK. I bet that Man's Not Hot's probably got about 1 billion views as well, and that one's just terrible. Yes, we can see the pound is still kind of remaining a little bit strong against the euro, which isn't helping this GU. Oh shit, I missed 13 comments, my bad. Only real ones, no unknown P. Trust me, you trade ALG. Bro, I invented ALG. What? Same mum, you just said that. If you just said that, who invented ALG, bruv? Me. I invented ALG. ALG. I'm not saying I invented trade in London session, but the phrasing of ALG, that was me, bruv. I invented that shit. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Freddy? Cuz? This is GU, bro. GU been slow this morning? Yeah, for real. Are you better short than buy? Just on the DXY, man, I can see the DXY just manipulating and coming a bit higher. Even though we want to go lower, I can see this hourly definitely being mitigated, man. Considering EU and GU haven't taken their Asia highs or lows as well. Oh, what a tune this is. ALG's Asia liquidity grab, bro. What indicator you use? What you're indicating using now? It's our own one, bro, that we made for our members, for our strategy specifically. Session ranges and equilibriums by Richesse. Join the Discord, bro, and just drop a message. Someone will send it over to you for free. It's not on the store, you can't just type it up. You got to be sent it. Johnny Carey invented ALG. That's the strategy I use as well, bruv. That's what I'm saying. Our name's actually ringing. Dead. I'm not even capping here. I actually dead ass invented invented ALG. I invented the setup and the fucking name. I got that already using, but too many lines. Did you remove all the other stuff to do it? Oh, yeah. I've literally just got checked. I've just got rid of everything apart from the sessions, bro. Prior day high, prior day low, all that I've got rid of. I just turn it on when I need to look at it, bro. SMT at the lows, though. What pairs, Craig? EU, GU, you mean? He's the best trader in the UK. Come on, let's have a bearish open, bro. $11 now, so we should see a bit of volume start coming into the market. A little bit of volume. I'm going to stay on for like 5, 10, 15 minutes, something like that. If there's no volume, I'm just going to call it. What do you think of JR30? Still got this low. We rejected this low a fair few times. No, go on. Alright, this is the high, this is the low. We're trading down to this monthly CRT, very similarly to EU and GU, to be fair, as it would be. You can see making lower lows, lower highs. However, here we mitigated our fair value gap, but we didn't manage to break the low. Let me turn off RS for fucking 2 seconds. But yeah, we didn't manage to break the low, as you can see. So that tells us obviously a bit of weakness. People would see this as equal lows, but I'm not too sure. We should really be breaking that. So me personally, I just wouldn't touch JR40. I wouldn't touch JR40, man. I'll be real. Jake Eastwood is definitely the best UK trader, bro. All them negative RRs. Trust me, bro. His voice as well. I'm a trader, right? And the thing is about being a trader is it's just quality. You can literally... I'm sitting here driving in my car. I've got a Lamborghini and I'm sitting here driving in my car. I've just made £40 fucking million for the members. And it's just got me thinking, guys. It's just got me thinking. Back when I started, there was no one like me to help people out. Mate, you started fucking 3 months ago. Yes, there fucking was. Oh, defo I have the General's mentorship one. So to be fair, the General's mentorship is good. It's high quality. That's all we can really say. I mean, I don't think he talks about trading in it whatsoever, but he tells you about the Python. He tells you about how to Cam Easty. Cam Easty, what's even his accent? You know, what's funny? Average salary in the UK is 40 grand. Made that last month. Made that last month. What else? Do you know what, yeah? I bought a house in Egypt. And what happens when you buy a house in Egypt is they give you a house. Yes, John, what you saying, brother? I was in jail, now I make 40 grand. UJ coming down now, nice. Hold tight. Spawn impression, come on. Bro, that was accurate as fuck. 40 grand, made that last month. Can't even say that. Who else we got? Who else we got in the UK scene, bruv? Who else we got in the UK scene? GU literally just sitting at break even. We're still waiting for that momentum to come into the market. Again, DXY not really moved. We're still waiting for DXY. DMO. I don't even know what DMO sounds like, bruv. Should we have a look at DMO? Driver. Actually, I sort of do. Is he like Driver Dave? I'm here with Driver Dave. Yeah, what's his voice even sound like? Let's have a look. DMO. Why is bro built like that? I thought he was... For some reason, I always thought DMO was fat. He looks like Skinny Peter, bruv. Man's built like Skinny Peter. Man's built like Skinny Peter, bruv. Man's built like DJ Academics after the weight loss. It's not even a good pick of DJ after the weight loss. Anyway, to be fair, like I know he's a scammer, not whatever you want to call it. I know he is, but bro, he's quite a likable geezer, that DMO, and he just sits there, does his car content. You man in the TikTok getting the Discord, best Discord in the UK. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that, bro. Who else we got? DMO Married to Gold. Do they even speak? Do these men actually speak? I know that is. I think they're from near me as well. I think they're from like Debden or Epping or something like that, which makes so much sense. They sell prop firm passing for about 10 grand. Oh, here he is. Why is bro giving us marketing advice? Aren't you a trader? It's almost like you're not a trader and actually have more knowledge in marketing. Married to Gold, awful signals. I don't even know about none of these man signals. I'm just personally... I'm joking. What's the Discord, lad? Discord's on the right there, boys. Everyone get in that. Everyone get in that. We're live on YouTube right now. We've got over 100 man on the YouTube if you're wondering what other chat I'm talking to. Married to Gold. Who else we got? Who else we got? What we got in the chat? Marco Vito too. As of last... Oh, no way he started trading. I knew he was going to start trading. Bro could not... I bet you he couldn't spell Euro USD. Marco Vito. Multiple TPs and SLs. Yeah, it's just terrible, man. So what's that Marco... What's that? Oh, yeah, he's the Sparky J guy. You, man. Genuine question, yeah? What do you man reckon's the best EU trade to pair? Wait. No, let me cook again. You man. So, what do you think's the best GU trade? What do you think's the best GU pair to trade? What do you think the best? What do you think the best London session is to trade? What do you think the best Sparky trade is? These are the questions we need to be asking. Have he used someone with the same name? Apparently they are taking legal action. Crazy. Q2 offered a fast track, funded, and a profit cap. He had a fake QT funded cert. Oh, wow, yeah. Mate, it's not hard to work with Quantecal. I've had deals to work with Quantecal. I prefer ACG personally. Nothing wrong with Quantecal though that I've heard. Mate, is that a joke though? Has he actually done that? Has he actually? I feel like you man are taking the piss. There's no way he's actually done it, right? Do these people not know you're not gonna make no money about it? No money like doing that shit. Like, are people that desperate for money, bro? That desperate for money. What's this? Where has he done it? Where's his Where's the trading then? Oh my days.
You're struggling to pass your funded account. Well, I get it. 97% of people fail. That's why I linked up with the best of the best in the prop firm space, who's recently helped me pass my 100k evaluation with Quanticle. Please help me, so let me help you. Make sure you check that link.
Quanticle, you know? Bro said Quanticle.
Make sure you check that link. Help me pass my 100k evaluation with Quanticle.
Quanticle. Tell me more. Tell me more, Marco. Tell me more. Tell me more about Quanticle.
Please help me, so let me help you. Make sure you check that link in my bio. You know what? The Telegram group is going to be free to anyone that joins for a week straight. Make sure you check that link in my bio, boys. Let me guess. You're struggling to pass.
Where's the actual trading thing though? Is it? Oh, mate, Jesus, I can't watch any more of these. Where's the trade? I think that's just a paid ad, isn't it? I think that's just an ad. Surely. Oh, no. Here we go. Here we go. MJ's trades. Oh, yeah. So it's not even him. MJ. He ain't MJ, is it? So this is just someone else. They've obviously paid it. Struggling to pass your prop firm challenge? Well, don't stress no more, my brother. This isn't a signal group. Every trade will be broken down so you understand what you're placing. Bro would have sufficed. Bro or mate would have sufficed. My brother. It won't let me join your amazing, I'm sure, channel. Yeah, that's not even him, bro. This is Jay's analysis, whoever that is. So he's obviously just a paid ad, but fair play. I mean, nothing wrong with a paid ad, is there? Who else we got? Ollie Matthews. I don't even know what Ollie Matthews sounds like. I know what Ed Matty sounds like. Ollie Matthews, I've said this bears, but I'm not even going to say it again. But yeah, I used to see Ollie Matthews all the fucking time. When we had the office. Just saying, I was in my office that I paid for 5 bags a month out of my own pocket with no mentorship running at the time. And my own pocket. And Ollie Matty was working as an electrician or something in that building, or like somewhere around the area. Not the same at all. Might shout this guy and ask questions about trading just so he speaks was. He definitely won't reply. Like, he's one of them bros. He won't even know enough to sell you into it. Like, dead pricing this morning. Trust me, bro. Suffy. Who's Suffy? I know Suffy, but I don't think he trades, does he? I thought he just done OF and that weird stuff. Oh yeah, Marco started doing it too. Join Marco's group. Trust you'll make dough. Lou, do you want to check my gym vlog out? Yeah, what's your channel called, bro? Called Joe40 at the bottom. Planning to hold to New York. Lovely, man. Lovely. Again, this is what we're talking about with the Asia session, man. Not a mistake, not a joke with the Asia session. Asia high swept, we trade down into the Asia low. After the Asia low swept, we trade back into the high. Very, very simple stuff, boys. Very simple stuff. What about NVV, MBB, Omar, Interbank guy? Oh, no, yeah, NBB. He's just a guy who's just like... Bro! No, fuck knows what he's like. I've never actually heard him do anything. I know, I have actually. I know that is. No, I do know that is. MBB. I don't know what his voice is like. But he's an actual trader. We're talking about joke men here, boys. We're talking about joke men right now, not real traders. That MBB, to be fair. I don't know if he is, but everything he says is pretty calm. Pretty calm. What do you think of Ollie Matthews, guy? He's quite funny on HS's streams, isn't it? Puts a bad name to trading, not gonna lie. People probably think trading. Yeah, that's the thing, bro. Because of them people, you don't even want to tell people you're a trader. Like Mr. Burns, Ollie Matthews. Yeah, he gets that on HS's stream, innit? He does look like Mr. Burns, to be fair. Bear man say I look like Ollie Matthews. Bro, if I was OM, I'd be vexed because Ed Matty's a bit of a face man, and Ollie Matty's like just average, like me, bruv. An average brer, like his brother's an actual face man, ripped to shit, and he's just got none of the genes. I would be fuming if I was him. I would be fuming. Big him up though. He is funny, bro. I think he's quite funny on HS's streams. He needs to start his own streaming account though. Like, you can't just be living off Ed Matty and like this bullshit trading thing. Like, mate, like no one actually takes that serious. You can't just start streaming, mate. At the end of the day, boys, you can't steal a living forever. Like, what these men are doing with their trading group is stealing a living. They know deep down they're not providing no value. They're not doing anything. I don't know why someone like Ollie Matty don't just start streaming, bro. Like, your best mate and your brother are already two of the biggest streamers in the UK. Probably the two biggest. You're quite jokes. You got all the links. Just start streaming, bro. You'll make more money and it'll actually be scalable. Ollie ain't going to be able to scale his trading group because he knows he's not a trader and he knows his heart's not in trading. He doesn't care about trading. Do you know what I mean? He's purely a vehicle to make money, which fair enough. But bro, just start streaming. Like, you can't steal a living without providing any value. What about Luke Dez? Luke Dez is funny, man. He's like, I don't know how anyone actually falls for him. Like, Luke Dez is like the epitome of like almost ironically does it and people still believe it. Thoughts on price action today? Pretty dead, bro. Pretty dead. Has the pound just been... Yeah, the pound's gaining a lot of strength this morning. Pound's gaining a lot... Pound is very, very strong right now. Very strong. Very, very, very strong. We can see, man, it's obvious. You can see the dollar's moving up as we wanted. Dollar's moving up, that's what we wanted. But you look at the pound. Dollar moving up, euro moving down as you'd want. But then you look at the pound. Pound's not going anywhere. So that tells us the pound is... by far the strongest pair right now. It is the strongest pair by far. Not pair, currency. So yeah, watch out for the pound, man. If we look at anything with the pound on, it will be doing a lot better than anything else. You can see, look, we look at EJ moving to the downside. UJ moving to the downside. GJ moving to the upside. Yeah, because that's basically what we're seeing, man. Hopefully, as long as the dollar actually has a bit of volume and can manage to break past its highs, then the pound strength won't matter too much. But if the dollar just wants to be kind of a little bit strong, then yeah, we're probably going to be cooked on GU. Suffy, yeah, I don't know about Suffy. I don't know what he actually does, to be fair. I thought he has a clothing brand or something. Look at Owen Suffy. He's laughable. Okay, let's have a look at Owen Suffy. Suffy Limited. Not really what I want to look at, but... Oh, he's one of these bres. Oh, yeah, I know what you man mean. Continue, bruv, your Instagram. Everyone's got a fucking account. Just let me watch. Just let me watch, bro. Alright, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know nothing about them, but by the looks of their Instagram, they spend more time waxing their balls and doing their hair than actually doing shit. You know what I mean? Them type of bres. Spend more time like, oh, what outfit should I wear? What way should I sweep my hair this time? Like, oh... should I shave my ball bag a little bit more? Oh, should I shave my gooch, actually? Oh, you know what? Let me just wax my whole arse. That's the type of conversations these men have while we're sitting here talking about trading. But even that Suvy guy, he started a clothing brand. Fair, but that's something you should actually do. Because at the end of the day, if you make a design, someone rates it, and they wear it, you're providing something to the economy. You can do that. You can scale that. You can't scale something that's just a clear vehicle to just grab cash. Beachman. How long HS got? I don't know, mate. I think he's awaiting trial or something, isn't he? For about 20 days. Not being funny though. HS, mate, you crashed your car. Guys are acting like he's like in for I can't say the word, but he's in for an M charge or something or an R charge. Like, geezer crashed his motor and ran off. Like, I'm seeing Ed Matty like clips going, no. Mate, you'll be back in a month. Like, bro, his clothing brand is dead. Just look at it. I don't even know, bro. I don't really care about clothes and shit like that. Show the GU trade. Let's have a look. Why are all these scammers the same builds? Oh my god, instant nearly pissing myself. You are class. Come on, Maria. Appreciate that, Maria. Yeah, I think this GU's probably out now. Alright. It's time, boys. It's time. Only one thing can save us now. Not this. Just hold on. Just hold on. Just hold on. Please. Hold. Alright, chat. Only one thing can save us now. To be fair, I don't think many people even got in that trade, so it's not too bad, but... One thing can save us now, chat. One thing and one thing only. Oh, bro, is this even going to tap in? Come on. Lou, bro, you can't really chat, bro, because if you was in prison, you wouldn't hack it. Kevin, who on earth are you talking to? You was literally on my phone the other day spitting bars, and we laughed you out of the live, for a start. Second of all, I've been to jail. Third of all, point 2 was a lie. And fourth of all, part 1 means double. Slay Queen. Slay Queen, okay. But yeah... Because if you was in prison, you wouldn't hack it. For a start, I wouldn't do anything that would fucking send me to prison. That's the whole point. And second of all, trust me, I've had a Bible here, right hands on the Bible, yeah. If I had a court case for a driving offence, you would not hear. I wouldn't tell no one. You think I would tell you, man? I'd maybe tell one of my pals, like, all I'm saying is man's acting like he's going to get lifed off. Like, bruv, he's crashed his motor. Do you know what I mean? And talking about prison, bro, he's not going to fucking go, like... You, man, honestly, just believe... Well, not you, man, just Kevin. You, man, believe too much. You, man, believe too much. You think he's going to get done, like, 5 years for crashing a car? Like... Bro, come, let's call, bro. Oh, did not mean to do that. I can't call, bro, because I'm on TikTok on my phone anyway, so I can't call ya. What's your thoughts on gold, Lou? I'm just confused as why it's moving up so fast. I'm just sus. I think a big fall is pending. All right, yeah. So what we're gonna do? Let's do a little overview on gold before we jump off. Yeah, gold obviously ran through to that age of high as we wanted. GU. Luckily, I didn't get in GU because it was outside my trading times. This is why we have rules, boys. Did it look nice? Yes. Am I smarter than my rules? No. So yeah. I don't trade GU outside of 10 a.m, so I did manage to avoid myself a loss there. I would have taken this one, however, if we tapped in before 11, but even this one hasn't tapped in. So it's looking like another 0-0 day for me. Kind of annoying this day. Even when I don't trade, I'd still like to see it go in my direction, which GU didn't. So I'll humbly firm that. Even though I didn't get in, but yeah, I'll still humbly firm that. And yeah, mainly just waiting on UJ right now. So saying that, and I just want to talk about this topics, good content. What about me not being able to hack it if I went jail? I don't want to sit here on fucking live and talk about something that's never going to happen. I'm never going to go jail because I'm not an idiot. I don't do illegal stuff. I know, bear in my pals I've been, like, I'm not an idiot, boys. I'm not an idiot. And bruv, like, that's just the energy you carry yourself with. I'm not a sheep either, like. If I'm out with 10 man, sounds very suspect. If I'm out with 10 man, 10 girls, let's say, and all of them are doing bag, I will still not do bag because I don't do it. I don't do it at all. Like that's an example. But like if man are getting on the bag, getting into fights, bro, just because there's 9 other men there, I'll be the only one that won't. Like I'm not an idiot. It's how you carry yourself. You shouldn't always try and fit in because people respect yourself for being yourself, innit? Like not everyone plays the same role. I ain't a dickhead to like getting beef. Even on our Richesse Christmas do. Who remembers that? We got in 2 scraps on our Richesse Christmas party last year. We got in 2 scraps, bruv. What went on? You man, like, I don't know if anyone was there, but you man would have seen what went on. Everything what I talk about, bruv. I don't care to look bad in front of my members. Do I care about looking like I'm on job? I don't care. What happened? These men was all trying to fight him. I didn't run away. Do you know what I mean? I'm there. I'm fucking trying to tell people, bro, it's not worth it. He's got a shank on him. Like 5 men all blatantly with shanks on them, and he got like I'm not gonna name any names, but some people trying to get on him. I'm like, bruv, why? Do you really care? Is your ego this fragile, bruv? These 5 men have got shanks, all absolutely broke. We're out here with our business in our office. Like, do you know what I mean? You ain't always got to try and act like a bad man, boys. Like people don't respect it unless you're not. I ain't on road. I ain't on none of that. So why would I even pretend to be like that? Do you know what I mean? Everyone's got to play their role, boys, innit? You ain't always got to try and be someone else. You're annoying. Trust me, Michael, bruv. Jesus, bro, I rate Lou. I think he's cold, but Lou don't rate me, lol. No, I do quite like you, Kevin, deep down. But do you know what I mean, though? Nowadays, everyone wants to be the same character. Everyone wants to be the brer that's, like, sticking it on people. I don't care for that, bruv. I honestly don't, like... People care about ratings in that way. I do not care about ratings in that way. Like, Stu will tell you the same way more than me. Like, when you got pals that are actually like that... none of my pals are that bad at all, innit? Like, just little things. But, like, someone like Stu will tell you, bro, like... It's just... When you see where these type of people end up in life, you do not care for it. Like these men that think they're all bad, they think they're on job and all this shit. Try getting fights every time they're out. Look how they end up, bro. Stu's 35, he'll tell you. You know what I mean? What you saying, Samuel? Do you know what I mean? Why did they come to you? No, it was nothing like it was just a little squeeze, just out in it, and there was just like handbags, like bro. One guy did actually get onto one guy. See, this is the difference, yeah. There's this little scrap. We didn't do nothing. It's just these youths with all like ballied up and all this shit, like just getting rude and all that, like going like this, holding their waist, and like a few people's trying to get onto them back, and then blah blah blah. Security came, broke it up. We didn't do nothing then. But the fight I did get in, this was after, bro. So we're standing outside my office block, yeah, my office. Standing outside, bear in mind, it's the front and centre of Canary Wharf, our office, right? Biggest building, most expensive, everything. There's security, 4 security lined up. I'm standing there, yeah, because I was having a spliff. Everyone else was over the other side of the road. I'm standing there outside my office having a spliff. And there's a geezer and his wife there. So I'm sitting there smoking on my phone. I've turned around, I've just seen the girl fall to the floor. And the geezer's obviously like done his wife, like hit his wife. I don't think he hit her, but like pushed her, like wrestled her to the floor, something like that. And I'm sitting there, and these 4 securities haven't done anything, have not lifted a finger, and the geezer's literally just done his bird in front of the office. So yeah, then I got onto him, got all in his grill and all that shit. Just like, I think I give him a small slap, not a punch or anything like that. And then obviously everyone come over, and then we just pressured him. But yeah, that's the type of shit that's worth getting involved in. And yeah, the security come up to me and was like, he was like, because we was getting into it with him. He was like, what are you doing? Like, you're smoking drugs here. I'll get you kicked out of the building. I was like, mate, you'll get me kicked out of the building. I pay $5,000 a month to be here, lad. I'll get you kicked out of the fucking building. And yeah, that's the thing, boys. When you own the office and you back out the key to the office, it feels like you're 18 and you've got your ID again for the shop. I swear to God, it's so cold. Yeah, I completely forgot about gold, though. I went off on a little bit of a tangent there. But yeah, with that being said, the Richesse winter motive is coming up in it, so make sure you're getting in the Discord because we're dropping the facts, the date, and all that about that today. So everyone get in there. But yeah, man. Yeah, that was just some bullshit. Like fights like that, there's no point. Do you know what I mean? When people have got shanks and that, there's just no point. When someone's actually doing their wife or whatever and it's injustice, that's worth getting involved in. But bro, I don't care about getting in fights for ratings or fucking going to jail. Like, bro, I do not care. Like, if you man, that was what I'm trying to say. Like, if I got done for a driving offence like that, bro, you would not hear me chatting about cool case. Oh my god, I'm wanted, I'm wanted. Bro, it's a driving offence. Like, damn, Daniel, damn, Daniel. Um, Anyway, yeah, looking at gold. So the reason why gold canned it, was it Candy? I don't think it was Candy, was it? It was Maria, yeah. So the reason, bro, can I come link with you, man? I'm a calm guy in Christmas. Yeah, bro, yeah, you can. Anyone can come in it for who's in Richesse. Anyone who's in Richesse and I actually know of, they are invited to the do. This one's going to be better. Last time we went out, we rented out a whole, like, the Top Golf in Central, whole top floor. That was cold. And then we just chilled out in Canary Wharf and shit. This time we're actually getting an Airbnb. So we're going to get, like, a massive Airbnb. Probably cost like a couple grand a night or something mad. But yeah, we'll just get a massive one and we'll get some speakers there, some music there, DJ. Do you know what I mean? Networking about trading. So the first like 3-4 hours going to be all about trading, networking, talking, shit like that. And then towards the end of the night, we're going to have a DJ and shit like that and just have a good time. But yeah, so Maria, as to why gold is so bullish, and you said you reckon there's going to be a sell-off soon. So one thing you got to realise about gold is the reason gold goes up is not because it gets more valuable. It's not because people think it's more valuable. It's because they think currencies are less valuable. Right? When's this? About a month's time, bro. About a month's time, but I'm dropping the date and all the info in the Discord, brother. But yeah, the reason why gold is going up is not because gold is suddenly loads of people are wearing gold necklaces or whatever, or you can put gold in a car to run the engine. No, it's because people are not confident in certain currencies. So we can see this very clearly by when the dollar is in uncertain times. Obviously, the dollar's been very, very weak, which you'll see. You can see the inverse relationship there. But when the dollar's very weak, we tend to put our money into basically different assets, right? Alternate assets, or I don't know what the word is. I've blanked out there. But essentially, assets that aren't DXY, they aren't the dollar because they don't trust keeping their money in the dollar because they know it's going to go down. So the main ones they'll put their money into is gold, Bitcoin, and the JPY. Now, let's go over a few things. First of all, Bitcoin. No one really wants to get into Bitcoin right now. Like, let's just be real, just based on what happened the other day. That's just currently right now. But overall, you can still see people were clearly putting their money into Bitcoin as the dollar was remaining weaker. You can see people was buying up Bitcoin, therefore inflating the price. And then obviously we had that flash crash the other day, which is why it's sort of bearish right now. But that was just a news shock anyway. And the other pair, so is Bitcoin. The other thing they put their money into is the Japanese yen. JPY is what they put their money into, which is why you saw this, obviously, 2 secs, which is why when the dollar was weak, we had that crash, is why we saw the dollar start to make a movement up. However, the yen basket right now is very, very weak. Reason being is there's a lot of uncertainty behind the new Prime Minister. So essentially, boys, no one really wants to use the yen basket as a safe haven right now because it's just not that safe, right? We can see how crazy it's been moving. The yen basket's not really that safe. Bitcoin's not really that safe because it's a crypto. What is the most safe asset? Gold, right? And gold is the one we can see of choice, the asset of choice that everyone's ploughing their money into. So in terms of it being a flash crash, I wouldn't put money on that. I wouldn't put money on that. You got to think. Reason this goes up is because the value of the dollar is going down and the value of our other currencies are going down. Money's not flowing into the yen basket as it usually would, and money's not flowing into Bitcoin as it usually would. Bitcoin's like secondary, really. The main two is gold and the yen, but you can see gold, we've got no problem with it. It's just absolutely shooting to the upside. So, yeah, gold's the pair, man. Gold's the pair you want to be trading, you want to be buying, you want to be investing in. I wouldn't want to be I'm in gold cell. You think it will hit Asian low? Nah, bro. Me personally, I don't. You want to wait for confirmations after we take the Asia high. And we're also out of the trading time. So Asia liquidity grab, we was the entry on miss. What was the entry on UJ? Let's have a look quickly. Ooh. Baby, what you wishing for? Oh, no, you're taking that. Is he taking the fucking piss? Yeah, 0.3 pips. Cheers. Right, we're going to play out this song, boys. Hopefully we get a little something up, and then I'm going to jump off, boys. Appreciate you, man, tuning in. W community, appreciate if you're watching on TikTok, Discord's there, YouTube's there. That's where the real community's at, innit? So make sure you're getting in the Discord. That's where we talk about trading. That's where we share our setups. We've got about 8,000 people in there. No bots, all real people, all talking about trading, serious traders. And yeah, YouTube, we still got about 100 man watching on there. So if you want to go over to the YouTube com, that's on screen as well. Screenshot that, boys. That's my Discord and my YouTube. And my Instagram's the same as my YouTube, innit? Did you, man, go to the prop event, bro? Imagine the Richesse community rolling up. Rob the bank, bro. You're an L, bruv. You're an L. Yeah, bro. That would have been 30, Kevin. I didn't go to that event, though. I didn't go to that event. Appreciate that, boys. W's in the chat. W Avni, W Jed, W Michael, W Mehmet. Big up to you, man. L Rob the bank, though. You in now. This hasn't tapped in, bro. Hasn't tapped in. Come on. Come on. W's in the chat. Best community in the game. Boys, tomorrow we're giving away 250k funded accounts. 250k Alpha Capital Group funded accounts are going to be given away to the members tomorrow. 250k ACG accounts. If you want to get a chance to win the ACG accounts, one of the giveaways, one of them is going to be going to existing members. So anyone who's currently in the Discord, in the mentorship, in the signals. And the other one is going to be exclusive for new people that join the mentorship or signals this week. So listen, if you want to get in the mentorship, you want to get in the signals, you've got a fat chance of winning a 50k funded account. If not, and you're already in the com and you've already been in the com, W's to you, man. You're going to get a 50k funded account giveaway on Friday. And we're going to be doing that consistently every fucking month. Can you give away a new eardrum? This is all the times you, man, said, oh, turn your mic up, turn your mic up. Turn this up, bro. Turn your phone down. How about that? Turn your phone down. Alright, appreciate you, man, tuning in, boys. And I'll catch you in the next live, everyone. W's in the chat. Send me a message if you need anything. If you're just joining the Discord as well. If you're just joining the Discord, I will never message you first. Let me go on the Discord. This is me here. This is me here. I'll go on the free chat. You'll see my message. So this is me, Louis. Right, this is me. My name's in gold. You can see in gold. When you see me in the chat, my name will be in gold. So this is my name here. I will not message you first. When you join the Discord, someone's going to try and message you first. It is not going to be me, right? There's fake accounts of me. It's not me. So if you want to message me, just go to the free chat here. Go to the free chat. Scroll up to my message where I said I was live. Live on YouTube, TikTok. That's me, Louis. Click on my name. Drop me a message. Ask whatever you need. But yeah, boys, appreciate you tuning in. W's to everyone in the chat. Best community, best viewers in the game. And let's go, boys. W's in the chat. Okay, this is tapped in now. Oh, yeah, the hero song worked. The hero song worked, bro. No way. Hero strat on top. Hero strat on top. Let's go. All right. Should we try one more strat? Should we try one more strat? All right. Appreciate you, man watching. And I'll catch yous in the next live, boys. Sweet. If you man are watching on TikTok, YouTube is there. Make sure you're watching on YouTube tomorrow or just join on TikTok. But yeah, YouTube's better. You get the whole screen and all the rest of it. And you can see all the rest of the chat. But yeah, boys, W's to you, man. Community's there as well. Hopefully I'll see a lot of you, man, in there. Not a lot of views on here, but only because this is my a little bit of a burner TikTok. We'll normally have got at least 200, 300 views every time we're live. So yeah, boys, W to you, man, and I'll catch you in the next live. Sweet. Don't you know, pump it up. Yeah, W's in the chat, boys. Appreciate you, man, tuning in. Innit? Rob the bank, bro. Bro, is that actual rob the bank? That's not real rob the bank, is it? If that's real rob the bank, you're forgiven. If it's fake rob the bank, fuck you. Anyway, boys, appreciate you tuning in. W's in the chat for all of you, man, that have dropped a comment, dropped a like, dropped a fucking share, subscribe, whatever it is. Make sure you drop a sub, and I'll catch you in the next live, boys. Sweet.